So revisits her best business turnarounds.
I'm Alex Polizzi, and after 20 years in hotels and hospitality, I now run a multi-million-pound food business with my husband. For the last few years, I've battled hard to save failing family firms.
At some point, we're going to have to call it a day.
Why has it got so bad?
Because he won't talk to me.
Terrible trading conditions meant thousands of firms were going bust. But for these families, it was about more than finance.
You're ruining your health, you're ruining your family life.
I don't know if it's ever going to get better.
You must see some hope. Otherwise, let's not bother with this, no?
2 years ago, I was faced with two businesses desperate to leave a legacy to their kids.
Unless we can make this work, there will be no future for the boys.
But failing to make a succession plan.
I don't know what to do anymore. How do I make people redundant, let alone my own boys?
One, a funeral director with fatal customer service.
Oh, God, I can't even watch. It's so ghastly.
The other, an MOT garage with 3 children on the payroll, but only enough work for one of them.
You told me something 5 minutes ago that you've never told me. We need to know this.
So just how much trouble were they in? And what's happened to them since I left?
Ow!
My next business is a struggling family-run MOT garage on the outskirts of Manchester. In 2003, Jan and Derek Lord set up Guidebridge MOT and Servicing.
What's the registration number?
But in the last 2 years, profits have tumbled.
When she shows me computer printout what we took last year and the year before and the year before, it is worrying.
The money coming through is dropping quite dramatically, and that scares me.
In a bid to combat the financial problems, Jan and Derek sold their home to provide some cash flow for the company.
They've got all their eggs in one basket. If this business goes down, it's going to affect them hard.
It's not just their future, but also that of their 3 children. Gareth, Nicola and younger son Adam all work at the garage. But none of them have any idea just how bad things are.
The main business side of it's normally my mum that deal with them.
It seems that Mum Jan is trying to keep the problems with the place to herself.
There's an awful lot of pressure on me, because if it doesn't go right, I'm going to be forced to make a decision that I just don't want to make.
So this is Guidebridge. And I can see an A-board, Guidebridge MOT service. That's the only advertising they're doing. I'm not surprised they're not getting much passing trade. Hello?
Oh.
Hello? So, the first thing I want to know is who does what round here. Are you the boss?
On paper, yes.
Yeah?
But Jan runs the garage.
I tend to do a lot of the high-level stuff now, so...
Like what?
VAT returns, accounting figures, banking, insurance, getting quotes for things.
Marketing?
We're not good at marketing.
OK. Can I meet the others?
Certainly. This is Adam. He's what we call the gobby one. I mean, just look at him. How can you not love him?
I'm going to find it hard to resist, but I'll do my best, OK?
The baby of the family, and clearly doted on, is Adam. He's in charge of the MOT tests.
Have you ever worked anywhere else? You've always worked here?
I did my prom, and then 8 o'clock in the morning, I was here.
Do you think you get away with murder?
No.
No? You think they're tough on you?
Yeah.
Do you?
I'm the hard one. I'm the hard done to one.
Are you? Gosh, you bear it so bravely.
Adam's older and far less cheeky brother is Gareth.
It's easy work. It's not like coming to work here.
That makes me very nervous.
Sister Nicola is the 3rd sibling on the books. She runs reception and helps Jan schedule the work.
What do you think that the garage is really good at?
People do see us as a friendly, honest garage.
Why do you not get more repeat custom then? I've now met the main players, and it's amazing how quickly I can build up a picture of what's going wrong here. The engine of this business is obviously Jan, which is fine. I don't expect everyone to be up and running about town like lunatics, desperately trying to punt for new business. Someone actually has to stay here and do the work. But they do at least have to be involved. No one feels the time pressure very much. Maybe that's because they're not as busy as they should be. And when I asked Jan to look at exactly how many hours the mechanics are working, we both get a shock.
You know, when you take how many hours we've got available to work
and how
many hours we actually charged out.
Darling, you're working a third of the hours available to work. Dear me. With mechanics standing around idle and overheads going through the roof, the business desperately needs more customers, or Jan may have to make her own kids redundant.
I don't know what to do anymore. How do I make people redundant? How can I do that? I can't do it to any of them, let alone my own boys.
Small garages such as this rely heavily on loyal and local customers. But if customer service isn't up to scratch, people simply won't come back.
Right, you can all come in now, thank you.
So, I've arranged for a cavalcade of new clients to descend on the garage. It's going to test their service skills to the limit, not just under the bonnet, but over the counter too.
Right, does someone tell them where to go and what to do?
That'll be my job.
You're supposed to be welcoming. Make sure people know what to do.
You need a bigger car park.
If there's a system, I'm not kind of entirely sure what it is. I'm just wondering, does everyone know how, you know, more or less what time they'll be finished?
I've told this lady it's going to be about an hour.
And then you're next, are you?
June's will be first off.
June's will be first off, then this lady. Let's make sure that everyone's told.
That's been MOT'd now.
What do you think could be done to improve it?
Nicer waiting area, and perhaps when you got here to say exactly what they were doing and how long it would take.
Ow! Somehow it's not quite the charming experience I want it to be. Who tells who what to do?
Well, I'll come over and say, which one do you want me to do? And then I'll just go through and see who needs the car back first.
OK, well, I just want to see high efficiency, extremely efficient. OK? Nicola's, I don't know, I hope she's not always like this, because it certainly would put me off coming somewhere. You know, it's Tuesday morning, I brought my car in, I want someone to be nice to me. Is it that much to ask?
Unfortunately, it seems Nicola has overheard my early observations.
What's happened?
She's just a bit upset.
What?
What stupid.
Listen, I'm not trying to make you look stupid, sweetie. I mean, that's just not in my interest.
I thought she coped extremely well with all these people coming in and out, but it makes you wonder, could we have done something differently, or how do we do it? And that's what you're looking for.
That's what I'm looking for.
So
it's not like I've ever run a garage. I want someone to tell me how it should happen.
You need to speak to Alex and tell her how it runs in there.
Darling, get yourself together and then we'll talk, OK?
It's been an eye-opening morning. Now, I need to lay down the law with the lords.
Amongst yourselves, you're a really charming, engaging family. But that doesn't really translate very well to the customer. You've got people in your yard. You go up and say, hi, you know, can I help? You know, do you know where to go? You start engaging with them straight away, and I felt like that was missing. You got one chance to make a good impression, and you blow it and they're gone. Second thing is, waiting room. You need to make it so it's somewhere where you could while away an hour without wanting to slit your wrists in boredom. And I know you're doing, and you believe you're doing, a good job. But actually, you do not come over as special in any way.
I need to repair this firm's customer service and get more customers through the door, or Guidebridge MOT is headed for the scrap heap. In Manchester, a shortage of work and poor customer service mean Guidebridge MOT Garage is in danger of being written off.
I've actually got nothing to do now.
Who won?
Me.
Yeah, Rob.
I think the younger generation in this business are used to allowing all the responsibility to rest on Jan and Derek's shoulders, and that is something that I've swiftly got to change.
But if the siblings are to take on more of the burden, Jan will need to come clean about just how bad their cash flow problem is.
How long do you think you can go on?
It doesn't bear thinking about. I'd probably stumble across now for the next few months, but I don't want that decline to start happening and for us not to do anything about it. We need to redress it, all of us, to sat down together, and that's something that I haven't done. I haven't sat them all in a room and said, this is what we're taking, this is what we're doing, this is how much we've got in the bank, and this is what we need to do. I haven't done that.
Everyone needs to do a bit more than they've been doing.
Yeah.
And let's start at today.
OK. This last few months have been quite hard, haven't they? One thing that has come out of all of it is I'm thinking that we don't talk to each other as a business as often as what we should do. Yesterday or today we've only had 6 hours work. I've got 3 mechanics. It doesn't take a mathematician to work out that we've only got 6 hours work and what could be a potential of 21 hours. This is the first month that I've not been able to pay the rent on this place in all the time that we've been trading. We've got to get more people through the door, because otherwise in 3 months' time we're not going to be here. You're all very quiet.
I was going to say it's late paying it.
We've got to pay it, but it's the first time that we've been late.
We're not paying it.
Yeah. All right, I said the wrong thing.
No, I'm not saying you said the wrong thing, but we're late paying it.
Well, I'm sorry then, I got it wrong. What can I say? What can I say? I just think it was really hard for me to stand there and say all that. But I've said the wrong thing, so... If we don't do anything, 3 months down the line, we could be in trouble.
You keeping it to yourself all the time isn't helping, is it? We should share the responsibility.
You've kept everything so close to you for so long. You know, you told me something 5 minutes ago that you've never told me. That it's something that I believe I should have known. Like you say, if you want to pass this down to me, Adam and Nikki, we need to know this. You know, we've been sat there blissfully unaware.
I knew the cash turnover wasn't brilliant, but I had no idea how bad it were. You know, my mum she keeps everything on her own shoulders, so only she worries about it. It doesn't bother us a lot with it, which is a bit wrong, really. You know, she should keep us in the loop on it, see what's going on.
This is a watershed moment. The whole family now understands the perilous state the business is in and hopefully can now start moving forward together. To get this garage back into profit, I want to look at their existing corporate custom, known in the trade as fleet work. It pays less than retail trade, but it's steady and guaranteed.
Philip, I believe. Hello.
Guybridge faces regular inspections by the company supplying this side of the business, and network manager Phil Todd happens to be making one of his visits at the same time as me.
We've been feeding them with our fleet work now for about 18 months.
Yeah.
And during that 18 months, each of the jobs that we have commissioned them to do has been monitored and measured for quality.
Yeah.
And it's the consistency in that quality that we look for in customer service levels, technical capabilities, the technical equipment that they carry. We can help raise them to what we call our classic approved status, which essentially will bring them possibly quadruple as much business as they've been doing with us in the last 18 months in the next year.
An increase in fleet work could potentially save this business.
We need to up their game on every level. And part of that is the first impression the customer receives when they arrive at the garage. I need to help them with this, but it's very important that they tackle it.
Take out the papers and the trash.
If the Lords are to receive a fleet status upgrade, then their filthy workplace is going to need some serious finessing.
You ain't gonna rock and roll no more.
But whilst Gareth's taking the clean-up seriously, Adam clearly isn't.
I'm going home. I started this morning at 8:15. And I didn't technically have a dinner. Technically. I did, but I technically didn't.
I'd been to a customer's house at 8 o'clock this morning. I got here at 25 to.
Right, do you want a badge?
Yeah.
Don't talk back.
But for Gareth, his brother's lax attitude is no laughing matter.
The thing that annoys me the most is when I'm busy and he's not, and he doesn't offer to help. You know, he'll make his whatever work he's got last him all day and watch us being busy.
He comes in here about 8:30, 20 to 9, and he just walks in when everything's done. It does Gareth's head in, that.
Can I go home?
Adam is a successor to this business, so I can't believe he's still not bucking up his ideas. But I've got a surprise for Jan's little boy. He's going to spend the next week working at a 5-star hotel, the Lowry in Manchester. If he's going to step up when his parents step back, he'll need whipping into shape. It's my version of a boot camp.
Good afternoon, Adam. Welcome to the Lowry Hotel. It's quite a military operation. It's synchronised service, and if it's done right, it looks fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, and if it's not right, it
looks a mess.
It looks a mess. Yeah.
So no pressure.
Think of that table as a clock.
Okay.
Okay? So that is obviously your 12 o'clock position.
Oh, clock?
Yeah, clock.
Right, clock, forget you, come on.
I'm not trying to turn Adam into a waiter.
You will have 2 plates. 1 plate goes down from the right-hand side. Okay?
Yeah.
It's all about drumming a work ethic into him.
Silver service, you're working to your left. Okay? So you're serving your bread here. Do this table. I would really like it done, Adam, in 10 minutes. So, yeah, you need to move yourself.
There's quite a few glasses, isn't there?
2 minutes, Adam.
Already? That's the fastest 2 minutes in the world, that, then. Jesus Christ.
He's a bit cocky, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? I think, you know, I need to sort him out later on. Whenever we actually start doing the service, then he'll start to sweat.
If I was working in a garage, I'd be at home by now. Polishing my own glass.
Adam's cockiness will not cut it with the sea of well-heeled guests now arriving for his first full night in service.
I'm my parents now.
Let's go!
They've paid for the very best and will be expecting even the simplest things to be perfectly presented.
Would you like a bread roll, sir?
Yes, please. White, please.
I've not got a...
Use your fingers on that.
There you go. Right one, pardon?
OK, let's go. Let's make it good.
Adam's clearly having to work hard, and a week of this should send him back to the garage a better man.
1 veg, please. Okay, 1 steamed fish, 1 veg.
I am knackered, to be honest. I'm not used to finishing at 10:30. So after the week, I think it's a few skills that aren't going to go amiss.
My plan to overhaul Adam's work ethic might be on track, but if the garage still isn't fit for purpose, Guidebridge is heading for a crash. In Manchester, a week's waitering at a 5-star hotel seems to have opened work-shy Adam's eyes. But did we have a new and improved garage to go with him?
Hello! Wow. Gosh, this is a step up in the world, isn't it?
So pretty, isn't it?
My goodness, darling, it's so light. I love it.
It looks very professional. This is great. A price list reassuring for the customer. A clean and comfortable waiting area and a family tree proudly marking out this company as a family business. There's even a coffee machine, very appealing.
Hello, darling. Mwah. This looks fantastic.
It's very good.
Are you pleased?
Very pleased.
Yeah?
Very pleased, yeah. It's looking really well.
So smart, and the office looks great, but the office and this together, I think, just raises up the whole game of Guidebridge MOT.
Yeah.
I really do. I'm really happy with it.
Thank Thankfully, the facelift has been finished in the nick of time, as Phil Todd from the Fleet Support Group is back to see if the garage has managed to make the grade.
The actual pass will mean probably a rise between 2 to 3 times of business that they have now, so it's quite substantial.
Luckily, the family won't have too long to wait before they find out Phil's decision. For my last day with the Lords, they've taken over a local racetrack and are laying on a promotional extravaganza to boost the garage's customer base.
Coming up in the car, I was a little bit feeling sick, with nerves. I think it's because I need to know everything that's going on, and at the minute there's all stuff going on that I'm not too sure about, so I'm totally out of my comfort zone.
Gareth and Adam will be dishing out free winter health checks for all comers. I'm so glad I can guarantee the Lords at least one top-of-the-range customer.
It's Alex and a Ferrari! Nice way to arrive, isn't it? Oh. Do you all know what you're going to be doing?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Later, I'll be getting the news on whether the family have received the all-important upgrade from the Fleet Support Group inspection. If they have, it will mean a huge injection of revenue every month.
We've worked really hard over the last couple of months, and, you know, for me now, we need to... It's the end of the process.
But first I need the family to put everything they've got into making the track day a huge success. The fleet work may be crucial, but it's their bread and butter customers that will keep this company ticking over.
Just got the starts of your auxiliary belt just starting to spray on the edge here.
Today's a great experience for people to come here, get the cars checked over. It's fantastic.
There we go. So I shall leave you one of those and a copy of our sale leaflet.
Brilliant.
And come and see us.
OK, thank you very much.
Beautiful. Thank you.
With 25% off, that's even better. Might go and get my next MOT there.
At the end of the day, more work coming through the door is what Alex set out in the start to do. He should achieve the better customer service from us all. So I can't see now why we can't become a much more successful business, to be honest.
It's been an amazing day, with lots of potential new customers signed up. But I've gathered the family together as the decision on the fleet work upgrade has arrived. The garage has been upgraded to classic fleet work status. It will mean a huge increase in their corporate work.
Well done, all of you.
Absolutely over the moon. We've worked so hard for it, and to get it today is just the icing on the cake.
On my first visit to you, I said that I thought that although you're a very nice family, you didn't have anything really special about your garage, and I'd like to take that back now. I think that you do, and you are really special.
It's given the kids the standing now of what they need. This is their inheritance. And now we've given them the opportunity to really make something for themselves.
Guidebridge MOT and Service Centre, Gav speaking.
When I first visited Guidebridge MOT, Jan and Derek wanted to build a business that was fit to pass on to their kids.
Is it a white Transit that needs an engine in it? Yeah, I've got that one.
2 years on, is their dream any closer to becoming a reality?
We want to be able to enjoy life. And what we want to be able to do is to set those kids up so that they can then carry on with the business.
When I first met Jan, she admitted she did no marketing at all.
They've introduced bonus schemes, loyalty schemes. We do a lot of social media marketing. We've had a new website built. It's not spot on yet, but we're doing a lot of the marketing.
She's getting more well known now around Tameside than what the mayor is, I think.
But if Jan's going to be handing over her marketing duties, she needs someone she can rely on. The question is, who?
It's not a job for me. I like to keep my hands dirty.
So that only leaves Adam.
just wanted a better physique.
He's just a different boy. He is just a different lad.
A lot of willpower, a lot of hard work, dedication.
She wants blood tests to make sure it's the same boy.
It's hard to believe this is the same cocky, work-shy Adam I met when I arrived. He's transformed his body, but what about his work ethic?
I think when Adam went to the Lowry for his boot camp, as Alex called it, I think that was probably the wake-up call that he needed.
He's gone out, he's sorted himself out, he's fitter than he was before, he's more organised than what he was before, and he's more passionate than what he was before.
Morning.
Morning. We've got a couple of weeks of these. We need to get them done today. These are the courtesy calls, and then we'll move on to the other calls later. So if you want to start on that one.
Adam's transformation is impressive, and so is his willingness to accept how much he has to learn.
Just a quick courtesy call to make sure that everything was OK on the day and the car's been fine since it left us. I'm spending a lot of time with Mum, watching what she's doing, learning from what she's doing.
But if Guidebridge is going to prosper, Adam will need to master the art of promotion. Networking events for local firms are a great way to promote the garage and could lead to thousands of pounds worth of business.
How long have we got till it starts?
We've got
5 past.
We've got 10-15 minutes yet.
Oh, what? Oh, come here! Is there over there for?
Invited speakers are expected to give a short presentation about the services they offer. But Adam hasn't even written his speech.
All I want is key factors so that I'm not thinking. Once I know what I'm saying, I'll know what I'm saying.
You'll be fine. It is just a case of now you're thinking you're under pressure. Yeah?
It doesn't have to be 60 seconds,
No.
does it? I don't want to mention that.
Right, OK. Don't mention it then. That's your choice.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
It's time for Adam to step up as the new face of Guidebridge MOT.
Did you know that Utility Warehouse have just been awarded the UK Stock Markets Award for 2014?
I have to adhere to a strict code regarding quality, professionalism.
And this translates into billions of pounds worth of business being done between its members. So that's it from me. Thank you for listening.
And we'll have Adam from Guidebridge MOT next, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adam from Guidebridge MOT and Service Centre, and we do pretty much what it says in our title. We offer a free collect and deliver service, so you know, if time's a bit of an essence, we can come to you, or you can take advantage of our free courtesy car. We are looking today for anybody who's not got the bus here, or anybody who knows a company which has a fleet of vehicles, 2 or more, and are looking for a fleet contract. We can sort that out. So that's Adam from Guidebridge MOT and Service Centre. Thank you. I think it went all right. I got through my speech without stuttering and waffling on. So I think it went all right.
With a successful pitch behind him, it seems there's no stopping Adam as he hits the streets to spread the word.
Could I have a 2-second chat with you? Yeah. I was going to ask if you drive, but the fact you've got car keys in your hand, you can't even lie to me even now. We have a family-run business down the road. Any problems that you have with your car, we can sort it out for you.
Adam's transformation is astonishing, and it looks like the promotional drive is paying off.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 down the yard. That's 8, and we've got space for 2.
We're fully booked this week. We've got a note in the diary now. We're booking now for Tuesday.
When Alex first came in, our figures were worryingly low. Yesterday, I looked at the figures and we're around 30% increase. So that's in 2 years, and in today's financial climate, that is absolutely wonderful.
Sensibly, Jan and Derek are reinvesting the money back into the company.
We've got some new equipment coming in. We've got a one-man testing lane for the MOT test side. We've got a snap-on diagnostics machine. Gives us more scope for doing more vehicles.
When I first visited Guidebridge, the business and the family were in disarray. But with the firm moving forward, Jan has called Gareth and Adam to the house to deliver some important news.
For the last 12 months, we've been slowly sort of like trying to pull back. What we want you to, and Nicola now, is to take full responsibility for the garage. Now, Nicola as general manager can carry on with the day-to-day running of things. Adam, you can carry on and take responsibility for bringing work in. And Gareth, your responsibility is going to be the garage, as in the units. What do you think? Can you do it?
I can do it. I think you should go and enjoy yourself.
You deserve to enjoy yourself. You've done enough over the past God knows how many years.
11 years. We bought it, you know, 2003, so...
Hey, I know how long you bought it, because I was there day one.
You've probably got the biggest transition from being the spotty 16-year-old MOT tester to now being the face of Guidebridge MOT. So, the future to Guidebridge MOT in the capable hands of my 3 children.
Yes.
Our boys.
It's been something that we've been working towards for a number of years, so yeah, it's good. We are more than capable of doing this. More than capable.
I'm very proud of them. They can run that business, and they can run it competently and confidently. For us, it is a success story.